The woman who passed away during a church service on Sunday morning has been receiving some serious statements from her late husband's relatives and family members. A search for the presumed dangerous individual was still ongoing across St. James on Sunday night, in the wake of a spine-chilling loss of life of a bank executive as she prayed in church. Investigators theorize that the loss of life was part of a conspiracy that was planned by family members over wealth left behind by the woman's late husband. This wealth that was left behind by her husband triggered a series of serious and caustic statements that were issued against her for many months. The Trelawney police have confirmed that 3 individuals have been taken into custody in relation to the passing of the 50-year-old NCB employee Andrea Lowe-Garwood, who was harmed during a serious shellings and passed away as a lone dangerous individual decided to issue some serious shellings at her and hitting her while she was worshipping at a church in Falmouth, Trelawney on Sunday morning. One of the dangerous individuals that have been detained by the police is the stepson of Miss Garwood's husband, Jeffrey Garwood. Jeffrey Garwood was a tour bus operator who passed away in July 2020 in a motor vehicle incident along the Rosal Main Road in St. James. The other 2 dangerous individuals have been identified as the driver of the getaway vehicle and the owner of the vehicle who had rented it out. The owner of the vehicle is expected to be released shortly. One of the men was collected in Ramble Hill at Bogue, while Mr. Garwood's stepson and the third man were collected in Rose Heights, also in St. James, during 2 operations carried out approximately 3:30 p.m. on Sunday. Reports from the police are that at approximately 10:30 a.m., Lowe-Garwood, who lives at Stonebrook Manor in Trelawney, was at the Regional Credit Card Montego Bay branch as a manager, was actually worshipping in church when a dangerous individual entered the building and sat behind her. Shortly after the praise and worship session ended, the man reportedly pulled a dangerous tool and issued multiple shellings, hitting Lowe-Garwood in the upper areas before escaping from the building and getting into an awaiting white Toyota Alliant motor car. Lowe-Garwood was rushed to the Falmouth Hospital, where she was pronounced by the medical team. According to sources close to Lowe-Garwood, she had been receiving some serious and caustic statements from relatives of her late husband right after he passed away in July 2020. This was also supported by a close relative of Miss Lowe-Garwood. It was said that Andrea had been receiving these caustic statements on her life from the very day that her husband passed away. She even had to ask police officers to escort her to his funeral in Hanover because she was told that if she turned up at his funeral, she would lose her life. The issue appeared to revolve around Lowe-Garwood's Stonebrook Manor home, which had been willed to her. But there is still a lot of issues between the 2 families. The relatives of Mr. Garwood, who had children with another woman, has triggered some serious statements over several months that Lowe-Garwood should sell the house and give them a share of the proceeds. Investigators confirmed the allegations and believe that a hit was taken out on Miss Garwood's life because of resistance to those serious statements from other family and relatives of her husband. According to sources, they are aware of the dispute over the house between Lowe-Garwood and the family of her deceased husband, and also that of dozens of serious statements that have been made on her life. Law enforcement officers have requested that this issue be speedily resolved and the dangerous individuals be brought to justice. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang also visited the scene shortly after the serious shellings happened and said that the incident reflected the issues that continue to stalk Jamaica. He framed this passing against a canvas of chaos that has seen the rate of loss of life climbed at 6% in 2021 compared to a similar period in 2020. Appearing to hint at his lobbying in favor of states of emergencies, Chang has said that Jamaica's notoriety as the most dangerous country in the Americas at 47 loss of life per 1,000 persons was an indicator that this issue of dangerous activity needs extraordinary treatment by high-level physicians. The reality is the police have to be able to do pretty much the same. You surround a community and you find those who are carriers of dangerous activities and, if necessary, detain them to save lives. State of emergencies were halted the month before the September 3rd general elections. The government has appealed a decision by the Supreme Court ruling aspects of the detention of 5 individuals under the state of emergency as unconstitutional. Well, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the passing of Miss Lowe-Garwood as a result of her not yielding to the statements and requests that have been made by relatives of her husband to sell her lovely house in Brook Manor in Trelawney that was willed to her by her husband, Jeffrey Garwood. It is a phenomenon why persons think that it is okay to make demands of you to give you their things, and if not, you will pay with your life. Of course, maybe it is better to yield and give it up, but who knows? They may have additional demands. But this is a terrible, terrible situation. And of course, she lost her life while at church. And many will say you are not safe anywhere. But of course, these family members remind me of a similar story in 2020 when a young woman lost her life because her brother left her some land. Of course, it seems like everybody has a claim on someone's things, especially when they have passed away. Persons need to be independent and develop a sense of lack of entitlement to the things of a person who is no longer on this earth. You need to have your own things, buy your own land, buy your own house, and buy your own car, and not sit and wait for somebody to pass away so that they can will things to you, or so that you can collect these things that have been left behind by the individual who is gone. Have a good day and be safe, and watch out for those family members who are planning your demise. Goodbye.